Hi there. This is insane. It'll make sense in due course, but we're dressed up for the wet because it's going to be wet and there's a little bit of moisture up in there heading southward, but we won't talk too much about it until we get to where we need to be. Let's go. It's great to be back, and I have been away for a few weeks in a climate that was much hotter. Nearly as hot as that fire right there, which is kind of insane, 40 plus degrees. So I was admittedly looking forward to getting back to some more refreshing type weather. Gas in the tank. Don't have gas in the tank, you know? Getting some gas and heading southward on this very wet and cold day. It's a very, very cold day. We're jumping downwards, down, so far lower than 40. We're looking at around about 3, 4, 5 degrees. Very, very chill. My fingers were freezing wet and everything. Traffic was a bit gnarly, but not much really. Today was the day where I just wanted to get past it all. So sneak up the middle, sneak up the side, and sneak any which way through just to get through to where I gotta be. Riding in the wet can be a challenge. Wet conditions, wet surface, slippery, wet vision can be a bit distorted. Don't worry about the camera lens, my vision was better than this. But you don't want to have a fire truck or whatever in your way coming to help you out. You've got your trucks and vehicles, spray coming off those, chemicals, whatever coming up off the road. You've got to look out for yourself, seriously, it's really important. Then you've got traffic that's come to a slower speed or stopped. All that sort of stuff, you have to be ready and ready to react to that. You don't want the old ambulance coming along to pick you up. So you've just got to look at your reaction times, the distance that you travel from the vehicle in front, looking at the vehicles behind and left and right, just making sure that that you are comfortable, warm. Cold, wet, not focused can lead to you making mistakes. And the last thing you want to do is to make a tragic or a critical mistake which could land you somewhere which is not on the back of your motorcycle. Cheers. A few lamb sausages there, a bit of smokage, a lot of smokage, excessive smokage, with a pan. Yeah, well done. I think I'm quite happy with what I've got. So therefore, we'll lift the pan head up from the bench and we'll say cheers, to a good old pan head. It's in there. Oh, that's cracked. Cheers. Cheers. The weather forecast for today is, again, not looking too fabulous, but we have decided to take a trek into the middle of the South Island in a hope to escape the worst of it. To be honest, it's still mighty cold. It's pretty much like winter, even though given we are in spring technically, only a few days, but still we are in spring and it's not really all that springish. Not a lot of motorcycles on the road. I think the weather might have put many off going away this weekend to this, probably one of the first rallies of the season coming into the warmer weather. A stop in Fairlie for the famous Fairlie pie shop and a little bit of sustenance from some ginger beer, some apple slice and a pie. I haven't gone for the pork belly. It was salmon and bacon. Gotta admit, a mighty fine pie and damn well worth trying just for that little bit of a change. If you're a fan of this pork belly and apple, hey look, shift it up, you know, some of those other pies have actually got some good flavours. So 89 k's to go.
Well, that's what it said.
That's what it says. We'll put the wet weather gear back on, try and stay warm. But that snow's definitely made a bit of a chill in the air. Down in the central with the hydro lakes and not a hell of a lot of water in them. The snow melt is yet to happen, which I guess the lakes will start to fill up a little bit more. But the powerhouse that is those lakes is definitely on the low side. Some blue sky is a welcome into Curacao. Blue sky definitely makes, even though it's still very cold, blue sky just makes it a little bit better. The brightness of the sky, the sun dancing around on the clouds and the environment around us, absolutely brilliant. So this year the Thunder in the Valley Rally is not held up at Lake Benmore in a park there. It's being held this year in Curacao at the racecourse. I didn't even realise that in behind Curacao in the main little street there, that there is a racecourse, there's a school there, a whole lot of other housing and all the rest of it. Another reason why you should take a turn and go off that beaten track and go and discover stuff. Ground was a bit wet, but we're used to it. We're used to it. Oh, cheers. Some mighty fine bikes in the field, and in the marquee there was another bike which is a little bit more special, and one that certainly wouldn't have been ridden here. A bike that can travel at an almighty speed and has the tech to make it happen. The person that throws their leg across this has something of steel. Stick around to listen to hear what it sounds like. Plus some beautiful bikes of those fine patrons that came along and braved the weather. That would keep the wind off quite well when you're riding.
Just have a hole for your head.
That's quite nice. The heat shields look quite funky with the mesh.
The young fella learned to ride.
Oh, well, that's a different way of setting up your tent.
Wherever you go, there's always going to be a tree.
What year would that be? Cheers.
The three-wheeler club.
You're not coming by probably.
No, Jim had this
damn.
one. Worth more.
A shuttle van took us down to the Curacao Hotel, and a great place just to grab a little bit more of a significant snack, a couple of drinks, and unwind and enjoy the atmosphere. So I've gone for the ham steak with an egg. That's the old-fashioned pepper, fine bloody pepper.
Yeah.
Going the wrong way.
And then another ride back in the shuttle back to the venue, and here we go. Take a listen to this. This bike definitely has something called power. great band, some dancing, and some good times. Had some more food and a couple of beverages. What more can you ask for? On a night that it didn't even rain, and a fire definitely helped to keep one's soul slightly warmed.
You could just drop it in there and see what happens.
I've never heard of VW events.
Yeah, hell. I thought it could be a good thing to have a pie, just for a little bit of, what do you call it, sustenance. That one in there.
I see the sun's just about all but gone now.
Where's the sun? Oh, there. That was a bit of a frost.
There's a frost.
Look at that. Yeah, not many people here, is there?
Nah, it's empty, isn't it?
A chilly start, and the old mighty Griso does not like cold mornings. Jump start from the jumper pack, great insurance to have in the old kit. Really, I should buy myself a new battery, which is on the agenda amongst a number of other things which will be upcoming, and we'll go through that as we get to them. But we get the bike started, which is always a mighty fine relief to get back on the way again. And then as bobbing out, I hadn't put the side stand up enough and it dropped down and caused the bike to cut out. And of course the bike hadn't been running enough to both warm up or put enough belt back into the battery, so had to pull the old jump pack out again and to get going. Today, good start. The weather is looking like it's going to close in upon us, so we're going to head back up through the middle. It seems clearer and a little bit brighter that way, so we'll go that way. And a bit more interesting up around the lakes. Good, great scenery across the lakes into the mountains, the snow caps and all the rest of it. The only thing that's not so great is the cold, chilly snow. Thankfully it's open. Give a dog a bone. This one obviously needs a bit more than a bone.
See them over there. You had too much pepper.
There's a chance there's too much pepper. Have not been to the Wrinkly Rams in such a very long time. What a beautiful mince and egg and toast meal that was for a breakfast brunch kind of thing. And just to warm up the body a little bit. Great place and well worthy to stop there in Omarama. There's that, some solid bolts. Quick top up of liquid food for the motorcycle in Fairley. Much needed sustenance, otherwise one is not going to make it home, are we? Beautiful ride from Fairley to Geraldine, especially the first section just out of Fairley up over Little Wee Range. Nice and windy, and if you get no traffic, I may have said before, if you get no traffic through here, it is absolutely divine. No grit on the road in this section, so it was just beautiful. Geraldine, another little wee quaint little town. I would love to live here actually. It gets really warm in the summertime and it's just a nice wee spot in the middle of nowhere, but in the middle of everywhere. Say goodbye as we head further down the track, heading homeward bound, and still have not managed to get wet. It is great going away. It is fantastic going away. But it's so good coming home as well. So damn good. Thanks for popping by and thanks for watching to the end, and if you have not done be it so before now, hit the like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. I know I have been a little bit absent over the last few weeks, but we're back. And also put a comment down below if you have any ideas and tips and tricks of how you survive or what you do to survive in the wet, cold riding conditions, and may hopefully the conditions leading through to springtime, summer and autumn into 2025 is going to bring us so many awesome memories of getting out there on the ride and enjoying it. Thanks again, keep it cool, and we'll see you next time.